Hey guys, it's Phantom's X Center here, back again with another Phantom's X Center video, and today I bring you Goku X Center helping him after battle. Take a sip of this coffee. We are back again with Lord Fan and the coffee cup, and inside the coffee cup is the delicious coffee. We are back at it, and little trigger warning, please look in the description. There will be some things being explained in the description. I will also be making a video about it. And by the way, you might hear some purring in the background because my cat is pregnant and she deserves a lot of love and affection. So let's get started. By the way, guys, I do not know the name of things like the cities in Dragon Ball, besides like the Kame House, Papaya City, and stuff like that. So please forgive me if I don't know the name to things. I'm just gonna give them random names, and editor me is going to put them up on the screen so you guys can get better understanding when I'm editing. So let's get right into it. It was a regular afternoon for you, the listener. You were strolling down with some sensu beans, since one of your friends recommended those to you. Maybe add them to your snacks or when you cook. You were just done having lunch until you heard a little bit of commotion coming from the hills. You decided to go check it out. Even though you were very hesitant about it, you went to go check it out anyways. As you were strolling down, you saw someone laying underneath a tree. They looked very badly wounded, but you decided to approach them. You decided to approach them slowly and carefully so you wouldn't seem like a threat. As you slowly approached them, they opened their eyes and looked at you. They let out a soft chuckle. Hey there, didn't see you coming. What are you doing out here, It's kind of dangerous. I would recommend you going back to your house. Gosh, that hurt me pretty bad. My gummy guy. He said. You noticed there was something about his uniform that seemed very familiar. Is this the Goku guy everybody kept talking about? Especially your friends. One of them just wouldn't shut up about it. And that's me. That's me, everybody. I'm that friend. Take a sip of this coffee. Your eyes widened as you saw his wounds. You carefully kneeled down next to him and offered to take care of his wounds. He smiled softly and said, No, I'm okay, I swear. I think I can get back on my feet. He tried to get back up on his feet, but clearly failed. He tried to play it cool, but was miserably failing as well. Goodness. This might sound a little selfish of me by any chance, but do you have any sensu beans on you? Sensu beans are known to heal people up really quickly, and that'll help me out, even though my wounds may not be healed, but I'll be able to get back up on my feet really quick. You nodded and handed him some sensu beans. And yes, he got back up on his feet really quick after that. It was like he just randomly had a surge of energy. Whoa! Thank you. I didn't know that people would just carry around sensu beans with them nowadays. I'm sorry. It was rude of me to not introduce myself. I'm Son Goku. And you are? You introduced yourself to him. Oh, listener. I've never heard that name before, but that's a really cool name of yours. I really gotta go. Gotta head back to Master Roshi. They might think I'm dead or something. But it was really nice meeting you. You're really kind, you know that? You nodded as you looked away, blushing slightly. Alright, sorry guys, sorry. He chuckled softly before flying off to the Kame house. As you were walking back to your house, apartment, or if you still live with your parents, you kept thinking about him. That smile of his, it just had something. It gave you butterflies in your stomach, but you tried to brush that feeling off. You thought to yourself, why do I keep thinking about him? He's just a guy I just met. It's nothing special. And I just helped him out, so there's really nothing special like a love story is going to randomly happen. But little did you know, that's how love stories start. At least in my world they do. A couple days later, you were strolling down the same street, and you happened to bump into the same dude you helped out that day, Son Goku. Oh, hey. Sorry, didn't mean to bump into you. Listener. That's correct, right? You looked up at him and nodded. Great, I'm glad I could remember your name. Now I can properly talk to you, thanks for helping me out the other day. I really got my ass beat that day. Yeah, couldn't really knock some sense into that guy. He knocked me out first. I really need some training after that, he said, rubbing the back of his head nervously. You chuckled and told him that it was okay. It was your pleasure anyways. Well, thanks. Is there anything I can do to return the favor? You shook your head, telling him that it was fine. No, really, no one has ever done that to me before. Then King Kai said in his head, That's a clear lie, Goku. Okay, maybe I lied a little bit there. I have friends that have helped me out with senzu beans before, but just an earthling? Not really. It's kind of rare besides my best friend Bulma and my wife Chi-Chi. Your eyes widen, knowing that he has a wife. Guys, no, he doesn't actually have a wife. He's divorced. Just a little heads up. He still says she's his wife, but no. King Kai says in his head, Goku, you slipped up again. Remember, Chi-Chi's not your wife anymore. Oh, yeah, sorry. You tilted your head, wanting to know who he was talking to. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to seem crazy or anything, but it's almost like I have this little voice in my head. His name's King Kai. I go up to his place all the time to train. It's basically where you go in the afterlife for us, Saiyans, demons, Super Saiyans, stuff like that. You looked up at him and said, You're a Super Saiyan? Whoa, I thought that was only in legends or myths. Oh no, that myth is true. I'm a super duper Saiyan. You know what I mean? But what I slipped up on was, I don't really have a wife anymore. You tilted your head, not wanting to be touchy about the subject, but you did it anyways. So, you're divorced? You said softly. Yeah. She found a better guy that could hold up a job and do fighting better than I can, so yeah. I mean, the fighting life is my life anyway, so I'm kind of used to it. I mean, Mr. Satan went out of his way to get me a job, and I found it really boring, so I just kind of left. Yeah, he said, rubbing the back of his head again. That was kind of personal. I didn't mean to just dump all that information on you. How about, I get you a coffee and we can sit down and talk? He says, reaching his hand out to you so, you guys could shake hands. You shook his hand and nodded and went to basically the best cafe Orange City has. editor me should put up the photo up on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys were at the coffee shop. Speaking of coffee, take a sip of this coffee because my throat is dry. As you guys were at the coffee shop, Goku filled you in on some information. So, I have a couple friends. Bulma, she's married to, I guess I could call him an ally now. He has this really grumpy exterior, but once you get to him, he's really nice. He's still super competitive with me, and he's all like, Kakarot, I am the Prince of Saiyans, and one day I will suppress your power and show you who is truly beyond a Super Saiyan. And he keeps talking about it all the time, blah, 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 blah. He has a son named Trunks. He's really sweet. I love holding him. He's grown up so fast. I have a son of my own. His name's Gohan. He's about, 12, 13, 14. He's about 16 now. Wow, how time flies by, right? And, I have this other friend named Piccolo. He's like really wise. He used to be called King Piccolo, but he never really filled me in that information. Maybe one day I'll ask him. And then he kept talking about like some of his friends like Tien, Yamcha, I can't think of anybody else. You just kind of sat there like mesmerized and stuff like that until he randomly stops because of the silence. Oh, sorry, am I rambling too much? He says with a nervous chuckle, rubbing the back of his neck. You tell him, oh no, you're not rambling at all. I just really like listening to you. How about you fill me in your information? Like, tell me about your friends, maybe a little bit about yourself. And then you told him about yourself and stuff like that. Whoa. You're so cool, you know that? Your eyes widened and looked at him like, me? Cool? You must be out of your mind. That's what I would have said. Me? Out of my mind? I've gone out of my mind after, what? 19 years? By the way, guys, this is young Goku. This isn't like a 30-year-old Goku. Well, take it as a compliment from me. You're really cool, and I really like your personality. It's just, I guess I can put it this way. It's intoxicating and radiating. It's like anybody who comes close to you, even the purest of evil, like Vegeta used to be, I bet your kindness and your sweetness would radiate off so much that even he would be so happy. Maybe I should test that out, he mumbles to himself. You chuckled softly. Well, oh geez, look at the time. I really gotta go. Krillin must be waiting for me at Kami's lookout. So, I'll catch you later? Could I have your number by chance? You wrote down your phone number on a notepad and handed it to him. Thanks. Maybe we should see each other more, like, talk about things. Maybe I could teach you some training. You know, if anybody tries to do anything, you know, some fighting moves, scare them off. Well, I gotta go. Wow. He just stuffed a mochi into his mouth. Now he looks like a chipmunk. Sorry. The mochi was really good, though. Here, I'll pay for you. See you later, he says as he walked out of the coffee shop and flew off to Kami's lookout. You sat there and looked at your coffee, which was actually what do you call it? A cappuccino? A cappuccino that looked like a cat. Well, you just sat there thinking about him over and over again. He just ran across your thoughts, and you didn't even look left and right. He just ran through your thoughts. You tried to brush the feeling off as you went back home. But as you laid down in bed, staring up at the ceiling, you thought to yourself, what is up with me? It's something about him. What is it? The smile, his voice, the way he rubs the back of his neck when he's nervous? I don't know. There's just something about this Goku guy that makes me feel different. He's silly. I guess I could say he's a little bit of a glutton, but he's something, I guess. He's not like the other guys, girls, non-binaries I've met. It's just like something. And knowing that he had to go through a divorce with his ex-wife because he quote-unquote wasn't enough, that just makes me feel a little guilty for some reason. I know I have nothing to do with it, but I know deep down that he misses that life. Married life. I probably will never know what married life was going to be like, but I should start seeing him a little more. Get to know him better. And another day went by. As you were strolling in the forest, there he is again, wounded, got his ass beat. You ran over to him and kneeled down and said, Goku, what happened to you this time? Was it the same guy again? Hey there, listener. It's nothing, just a few scratches here and there. Good, great mother of Kami. That hurts. But I'm fine, though. I swear, he says, waving his hands up. Are you sure you're okay? That wound looks like it's bad. It wasn't the same guy, but just, one of his minions and stuff like that. They are tough. My friend Krillin fought them off, but there's something going on with me these days that I just can't seem to fight. I don't know why. He said with a saddened look on his face. It's probably just me, though. What are you doing here? I was just strolling by until I saw you and decided to come and help. That's nice of you. I think I'll just rest underneath this tree for now. God, that hurts. You happen to be carrying a mini aid kit with you. Coincidence? I think so. You decide to patch up his wounds and give him a few senzu beans again. You had an extra drink in your backpack, so you gave that to him too. Wow. Thanks, listener. You're really kind, you know that? You don't have to do all of this for me. We've only known each other for a day, and you're already taking care of me. Technically, at this point. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't be holding you back from, your little walk in the forest, so I should head back to Kami really quick. You tilted your head, wondering, who's this Kami guy he keeps talking about? Or this Master Roshi? I wonder who they are. Well then, I'll see you soon. Oh, and here, I was, doing some shopping earlier, and I kind of thought of you when I saw this. It was a little keychain of an animal of your preferred kind, and it had a little star and a heart on it. Here, it's a little gift from me to you. Hope you like it. Your face flushed slightly red as you accepted his gift and placed it on your backpack. And And you said, "Oh, you didn't have to do that."
Oh, it's my pleasure. I like giving people little gifts, especially when it reminds me of them. So, I'll see you soon,
he says, looking away slightly. Before, drumroll please, he plants a small little kiss on your forehead before immediately teleporting away. You were left flabbergasted, jaw dropped, thoughts none, brain cells none. You just sat there for a minute, not even thinking. You just sat there. You were like, what just happened? And that was the beginning of a love story. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I did get a little silly in this video since I kind of forgot how to voice act, if that even makes sense. Voice acting isn't something simple like, oh, you just sit down, get a microphone, get a drink for hydration, and boom, do a character's voice. It's not that simple. It's like you gotta have a character, a plot, a story plot even, and sometimes my ADHD gets in the way and I just get a little silly with it. So maybe I can get a few laughs and giggles out of you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I've really tried my hardest in this video. By the way, stay tuned until the very end because there are some very funny bloopers that I caught, and I bet you guys will laugh at these bloopers. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Take a sip of this coffee, and I will go back to working on my comic. I just know that I really tried my best, and I will be updating you guys on my Discord. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Very hesitant. Slowly and gently, so you wouldn't appear. Miserably, Karat. One day I will beat you and Kakarot. Oh, fuck. Kakarot. Kakarot, someday I will suppress your power and I will defeat you. I am the Prince of Saiyans and how do you say it? And you